Did Charlotte Flair just expose the truth about her relationship with Becky Lynch? For almost a decade, fans have watched their careers evolve side by side in WWE. They've teamed up, fought bitterly, and have become two of the most decorated women in professional wrestling history. As two founding members of the Four Horsewomen, the assumption always was that behind the fierce rivalry, there was a real-life friendship, but recent comments from Charlotte herself suggest that might not have been the case at all. Instead, what fans believe to be a close bond might have been nothing more than cold, professional competition. On the surface, it always looked like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair had the kind of sisterhood that blurred the lines between real and scripted storylines, but if Charlotte's recent words are any indication, that narrative might have just been blown apart. Appearing on the Games with Names podcast, Charlotte was asked about the status of her relationship with Becky. She didn't dodge the question. Instead, she gave a direct, calm answer: "We're cordial, we're good." There was no mention of friendship, no emotional anecdotes, no warmth. That one line, subtle as it may have sounded, said more than enough. The tone was professional, maybe even distant, and while she emphasized that they were currently on good terms, it was what she didn't say that stood out the most. Charlotte also added that she still believes there's more story left to tell between them. "There's more meat," she explained, noting that she doesn't believe their rivalry is done. According to her, there's still plenty of ground to cover in their on-screen battles. She even highlighted their Survivor Series champion vs. champion match from a few years ago as her personal favorite, calling it incredible and filled with raw emotion. That match, of course, was fueled by real-life backstage drama and rumors of heat between the two. It was as real as WWE gets, and maybe that's why it resonated so strongly with fans. Now, contrast Charlotte's comments with those of Bayley, another key figure in the Four Horsewomen legacy. On the Raw Recap podcast, Bayley was asked about her relationship with the other women in the group, and she didn't sugarcoat it. She openly stated that the public perception of the Four Horsewomen as a close-knit sisterhood was largely fiction. According to Bayley, they were never really that close. They had professional respect, sure, but friendship? Not quite. Her comments added another layer to the already complicated narrative of this iconic group. Bayley, who's currently in a televised feud with Becky Lynch, even mentioned that things between her and her former allies have always been complicated and layered with competition, not camaraderie. As Bayley prepares to challenge Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria in a triple threat match at Evolution 2 for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the drama between the horsewomen continues to unfold in real time. Becky, ever the fighter, goes into Evolution 2 with momentum. She's held the title through tough challenges, and her renewed focus on in-ring storytelling has reminded fans why she became the man in the first place. But with Bayley gunning for the title and Lyra emerging as a potential breakout star, Becky's reign might be in serious danger. Meanwhile, Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, is doing big things outside WWE. Now one of the top names in AEW, she's preparing for a showdown with Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship in Texas. Mercedes has become a global star, and though she's no longer part of WWE's Four Horsewomen, her legacy is still very much tied to that group. In many ways, her departure from WWE mirrors the emotional and professional gaps that have formed between the remaining three. When it comes to Charlotte and Becky specifically, there's always been a sharp contrast in their chemistry. In terms of pure wrestling ability, many fans feel that Charlotte has a smoother, more technical rhythm with Mercedes Moné than she ever did with Becky. Becky's strength has always been her storytelling and presence. Charlotte brings the athleticism and precision. So while Becky vs. Charlotte may not always produce the most fluid matches, what they do deliver are high-stakes, emotionally charged moments. They're two megastars whose personas carry so much weight that even the smallest interaction feels monumental. Charlotte Flair, who's been out of action since suffering a knee injury in late 2023, has recently sparked speculation about her return. Social media posts show her back in the gym, and according to insiders, her recovery is going better than expected. Triple H even mentioned in a recent interview that she's ahead of schedule, and WWE already has plans laid out for her comeback. The big question now is, where does she fit in when she returns? Will she come back as a heel and resume her rivalry with Becky Lynch? Or will she target someone new like Tiffany Stratton or Bianca Belair? There are even bigger questions surrounding Charlotte's long-term future. Her WWE contract is expected to expire in early 2026, and there are rumors that she may be looking at opportunities in Hollywood. Having already dipped her toes into TV projects and mainstream media, her return might not just be about reclaiming championships, it could be setting the stage for a farewell run. WWE is reportedly eager to re-sign her, but she may choose to walk away on her own terms. Becky Lynch, on the other hand, has been riding a wave of momentum both in and outside the ring. Her Intercontinental title reign has been impressive, and her WrestleMania 41 match against Tiffany Stratton, though ending in defeat, was a standout performance. That match cemented Stratton as a top-tier talent, but it also reminded the world that Becky can still deliver show-stealing moments on the grandest stage. In interviews, Becky's been surprisingly open about her dynamic with Charlotte. Speaking to ESPN, she said, "We're very different people. We respect each other's work, but we don't talk anymore." That short but honest statement confirms what many have suspected: the friendship just isn't there. Becky's future in WWE looks promising. After Evolution 2, there's talk that she might re-enter the women's world title scene, with Rhea Ripley expected to return from injury later this year. A blockbuster feud between Rhea and Becky could close out 2025 in a big way. WWE has reportedly been saving that matchup for a major event, possibly even Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble. It's the kind of rivalry that doesn't need a belt to sell, but it just so happens that both women are championship material. Outside the ring, Becky's brand continues to grow. Her autobiography, Becky Lynch, The Man, has become a bestseller and received praise for its honest and unfiltered tone. She's also in discussions with Netflix about a potential streaming project tied to WWE's entertainment division. With Roman Reigns branching into acting and crossover media, Becky might be next in line to break new ground. When you put all of this together, it's clear that the Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch story is far from over. Whether it plays out in a ring or through interviews and subtle jabs, their careers will forever be linked. Theirs isn't a tale of sisterhood and hugs. It's one of competition, ambition, and professional rivalry. And in many ways, that's what makes it so compelling. They never needed to be best friends to create magic. In fact, maybe it's the tension, the distance, the unspoken truths that made their story so powerful in the first place. Their legacy, whether intertwined or separate, continues to evolve. Becky Lynch remains a cornerstone of WWE's women's division, and Charlotte Flair is still viewed as the most naturally gifted female wrestler the company has ever produced. If the stars align, their paths will cross again. And when they do, don't expect hugs or heartfelt promos, expect intensity, fire, and two women who know exactly how to steal the spotlight, because that's what they've always done, not out of friendship, but out of pure, unmatched competition. Rhea Ripley and IYO Sky are set to battle for the WWE Women's World Championship at Evolution 2025, and while this won't be their first encounter, it's shaping up to be another classic in their long-running rivalry. Their story spans over 8 years, beginning in WWE NXT and culminating on some of the biggest stages in wrestling, including WrestleMania 41. Their first clash came in 2018 during the Mae Young Classic semifinals, where Io Shirai, now IYO Sky, defeated Ripley before ultimately falling to Toni Storm in the finals at the original Evolution event. In 2019, both women made major strides. They entered the Women's Royal Rumble, competed against each other in War Games, and even teamed up during the Survivor Series battle against the main roster. Their next significant singles match came in 2020. During a televised bout, Ripley and Sky's contest was interrupted when then NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair attacked both competitors, leading to a triple threat match at NXT TakeOver, In Your House. In that match, Flair appeared close to victory after locking Ripley in the figure-8 submission, but Sky stunned everyone by delivering a top-rope moonsault onto Ripley and pinning her to win the title. Now, with years of history behind them, Ripley and Sky are primed for another high-stakes showdown in Atlanta, bringing their fierce rivalry full circle at Evolution 2025.